Gotta look over there. It's gonna be tough.
I know it is.
Your hair looks pretty.
I can't even tell where the dot is.
I don't know. Is anybody there?
We need to put it like a
Do you see anybody there?
dot.
Is anybody there?
Hmm.
Oh, there they are. Welcome back
Thanks.
to.
Rialta news. I was like, wait, what are we doing?
We need the effects so we don't have to say it that way anymore. Hey, so hey, I'm Tim and this is
Nikki.
Nikki. Hey, we're here bringing you Rialta news this week, and man, summer's here.
I'm over it already.
Summer's here.
Over it.
Who's ready for pumpkin spice? This one right here.
I'm a huge weirdo that way, yeah.
Yeah, already ready for some cool weather.
Pumpkin spice, everything.
Well, we hope you're having a fun summer out there and enjoying your Rialta.
Yes.
We talk about kind of relevant topics to the week or the season or the time, and kind of right now, there's a lot of posts about trouble. But it's hot, so if it's 100 degrees outside and you're driving, it's going to take a toll, right? It could be stress the systems kind of thing, but it's also critters are hot. So what do they do when it's hot outside?
Try to find shelter.
Yes.
It's not very smart to go into a RV though. I've been in that thing whenever we haven't turned it on. Those things get hot on the inside.
So they might be going into the inside of your Rialta. Let's talk about keeping rodents and critters and uninvited guests out of your camper. Spiders. Squirrels. Maybe
All of them.
squirrels and
Wasps.
mice and stuff. So the wasps, that's a good one. We posted up a video on installing the Camco wasp preventer, flying insect screens. And those have held up really well. It's held up really well on ours so far. So pretty cool. Not expensive. And gets the job done.
Yeah.
Definitely keep them out of there. We haven't had a problem this year that we know of yet with wasps or dirt daubers, whatever those are. Mud daubers, what do they call them? Is it mud or is it dirt?
Dirt daubers, what I'm used
to. They except in the garage today.
Yeah, and they're all around our garage and our driveway and our fence. We found all kinds of little nests today.
I think they live here and we're just visiting.
Yes.
Yeah. We there were three big nests today in the garage.
Yeah, so
that explains
hopefully they're
it.
not getting in the Rialta.
Yeah, hopefully not. So definitely putting screens helps. You can fabricate your own, just use some type of mesh. Mm-hmm. But honestly, why reinvent the wheel? Camco makes it to fit the suburban intake and outlet, which is most of them have the, actually I think it's all, I could be incorrect, have the Suburban brand heater, furnace. So that the intake and the outlet is a Suburban and it's made to fit that. And then there are other screens, different shapes to fit other things. I'm not repping it, I'm just saying it works and it was easy enough.
Put it in there pretty easily.
To install. So ounce of prevention, folks. The other critters though, just saw a post, I was just reading it. This guy, mice.
Yeah, and I just read one, squirrels.
Mice in the battery box and the engine compartment. Ate the wires all the way back in towards the wire. What's up with mice eating wires?
I don't know.
It's like punk rock mice.
You know, I can just suggest this because I'm not a mechanic. Get a cat.
Get a cat.
Cats
cat might
really help keep that stuff away from your Rialta if you have to park it outside on your property.
What if you didn't have a cat? What if you pet the neighbor's cat, took a bunch of their hair and stuffed it in your battery box? I mean, if I was a mouse and I go walking in there and it smells like a lion, I'm going to be like, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that works. Is that like when you hunt, you put like
I think they need to see them
lion
coming at
urine
them.
out so the deer don't eat flowers? I don't know how it works.
I don't think it's cat urine.
I don't know what you do. So let's talk about that though, because the damage is extensive. This person, the mice ate up all the wiring. He went and resoldered and reconnected, but now you're connecting yellow to yellow, blue to blue. Is that the right blue? Is there more than one? There's a lot of wires down there. It's not running.
There's a lot.
It's not running, so it's a lot of time. It's a lot of expense. It's a lot of time. And how can we keep mice out? Do you know? What should someone do besides a cat?
I don't know. Go out and run it every once in a while.
That would probably be good. I mean, that's the problem with recreational vehicles, right? We don't drive them daily. You probably don't have mice eating the cables in your car.
Take it out for a Sunday drive every Sunday.
That might help, but you still might have the problem. So there are repellers, right? There are ultrasonic repellers. Tucker knows about these. Yes, Tuck.
We need one right now.
They make a sound. They make a sound you can't hear. And they just, you can almost maybe hear them click if you have really good hearing, but it's ultrasonic and it makes a little noise that repels the rodents and makes them go, it sounds terrible in here. Kind of like, you know, when the kids are doing like one of those raves with that EDM techno party music crap.
Or they just live in your house. And
Yeah,
you hear their music.
you're like, I'm not going in there. It's one of those. It's not rave music, but it's similar.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Actually.
So they're little and they can you can connect them right to the battery.
Before God ever next levels you.
Nah.
Yeah, your phone is
Sorry.
talking to you. Hello, phone. Did he say before God next levels you?
I think so.
Yeah, you better get it going. It's something about that party
That's
music.
some preacher on my phone. All
So,
right. Anyway.
preacher on the phone, preacher on the
Sorry
phone.
for that
What you gonna do
distraction.
with the preacher on the phone? Anyway, putting in one of those sonic emitters might
That's-
be cool, and
that's
especially if
smart.
it's by the battery, right? 'Cause you have power right there. Or you can get a battery operated. You sample a battery in, it's maybe the size of a phone, and set it in there. That can repel them. They make them for campers. You can find them, and we'll, if we need to, we could look some up and put them into the
Yeah, let us know.
into
if
the
you want
description. If you've got one that's working,
that. Yes.
tell us too. But that's outside in the vehicle part, under the hood.
Okay.
Can you also put those inside?
I would say yes.
Yeah, you can. And the easiest thing to do, get something that's 12 volt, because then you can just pop it into the 12 volt outlets. In the Rialta, you're going to have a couple up front on the coach part that run off the house batteries. And so you've got power in there. You can run those for, a couple of weeks of running those to keep the rodents out. I'll tell you, you might have to go charge your batteries up or plug it in every once in a while or put it on a maintainer to maintain the battery level, but it's a lot less expensive than trying to replace chewed up wiring
Yes.
or getting rat's nest out. Plus, it's stinky when they get in there and
Yes,
start
and if they die in there. I've had people find dead mice and they said it's a horrible stench and they
No,
have to take everything apart.
It doesn't go away easy.
No, yeah. So
Sell it.
it's best just to
Yeah.
get a new Rialta.
Ooh.
Switch that sucker out.
Reminds me of that. Was that UB40 or yeah, UB40 song? There's a rat in the kitchen. You guys remember that one? If you remember that UB40 song, say so in the chat because you're cool. In fact, I'll send you a free sticker. I got a sticker. I might even have a keychain. I'll find some kind of swag for you if you know that tune I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay, that means you're cool. You're still cool if you don't know, but this person's cooler if they do.
Yeah.
All right. So keeping the rodents out, also sealing up some holes. How are they getting in when the doors are closed? How are they getting in?
I'd say underneath somewhere.
Underneath some rust holes,
Rust.
drain holes.
Drain.
How many drains are underneath that? When you go to dump those tanks, do you remember what you saw before? It was kind of freaking you out when I was draining all the tanks,
Yeah.
changing the water
2?
heater.
Is there 2?
One on each side, and then another one for the water heater overflow.
Yeah.
So this is where you have tubing going down through the floor of the Rialta so that you can drain tanks, which you may have never done, but it's there. And there's a hole in the bottom of the floor in the back of your coach by the couch, bed, stuff, like where you are.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be sealed up with this filler, rubbery stuff.
But it's 20 years old.
It's 20 years old and it may or may not be there. Somebody could have pulled it out. So a little spray foam or a little more of that sealer could work. You can get a can of anything really if you can seal it up, but you might do that to make sure. One of the interesting things about rodents, they can fit through amazingly small holes.
Yeah.
It's just the size of their head, and they put their whole body through. So seal those up.
Weird little creatures.
There's a couple of holes in the battery box where your coach batteries are. You know, with the locks.
It's your turn.
Wow. That's because we're on the Roga pages, man.
I know, we're trying to
How do I shake my phone and then
make sure we have topics.
So you can just
Anyway.
start speaking to you. Man, it's a good thing it's not like the witch burning days, man. You'd be standing there and all of a sudden voices are coming out. People burn you at the stake.
Anyway,
It's witchcraft. Anyway. So the battery box for the coach batteries behind the driver and passenger seat on that kind of ledge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a panel that locks. Why is it good or bad to keep that locked? Do we keep it locked? Why are there locks on it?
No idea.
No idea.
So people don't steal your battery.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, what if you
like
don't?
they're going to come into
what
the
if you
camper
don't
just
live
to
in
get
the
your-
hood? Yeah, yeah. No, it's not for theft. It's because they're going to off gas sulfuric acid, gases, hydrogen, a lot
so the
of
door
bad
needs
stuff.
to stay shut.
Yeah, there's a rubber gasket around it. So here's a tip then. Let's do this. Let's everybody check your battery compartment for your coach batteries. You have 1 or 2 there. It's inside the coach, on the floor. It's carpeted. There's a round key like a Coke machine key, right? That old style. Make sure it's locked. But open it up and check it. There should be a rubber gasket or a foam gasket if it's been replaced around that lid. That lid needs to seal. You don't want to be inside there while those are giving off gases. They naturally do. That's what batteries do. And when they're taking a charge and pulling power, they're going to put off some gases, and that can be dangerous. It's toxic, and it could be explosive. You don't want to be around batteries that are doing that. So you want to keep that closed. But down inside that battery box, there are holes. And they go right to the outside. So little dudes are going to want to get in there too. Don't seal up those holes. Why do you think you shouldn't seal the holes up?
You don't want the smell getting into your...
You don't want the
gas
gas.
getting into
Yes,
your...
it needs to ventilate. It needs to have the air. So if you're going to close those up, it's recommended that you put on some screens. You can put screen in there and just a piece of screen and attach it however you choose to do it. But don't close them off. It needs to be able to ventilate.
I can tell you honestly, I had no idea there was a lock on it, nor did I know there was holes, and nor did I know about the battery thing. So,
Yeah.
nice!
Well,
Good
so
tip.
depending, you get a used one that somebody's been messing with, and maybe the seal's gone. Maybe it's not locked. Maybe you don't have the key. Go get a key made, right? Maybe you need to take that cylinder off,
And just
that
put a new
lock,
one in.
and put a new one in that you have a key for. You can order a key on Amazon and that type of lock, but it needs to latch down. In the lock is really just turning the latch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's locking it; it's latching it.
Yeah.
But you want that secure. You don't want those fumes. Not good for you. But also, don't close up those holes. If you totally seal it up, it's sealed now, I'm good. You're not good. You're not going to make it.
You're going to die.
You need to have it. There needs to be some
Yes.
give and take in there. Okay.
Cool.
So rodents, yeah. So those little ultrasonic pest repeller things, pretty good. We used them in the houses. We used them in Arizona. We used them in the house to keep all kinds of critters out, scorpions out, mice. We used them in Colorado to keep the mice out. The field mice in the winter, they come running across the field. So I had them down on the wall. They will keep spiders out, some of them. They're just,
That's worth it.
like I said, man, it's party music. They don't like it. They're like, give me Johnny Cash or I'm leaving.
They're like old folks.
Old geezer. Now, what if you get Gen Z mice? Maybe they like that sound. Yeah, I don't know. Try it. It's an inexpensive way to do it. So, okay, why is that important? It's expensive if you don't pay attention to it, and you never know when it's going to happen. I was just out checking on things today,
No.
and just do a look through. If you're not going to drive it all the time, at
Yeah.
least take a look at it.
Yeah.
Don't make it friendly for the rodents. Someone was asking about roof insulation because the mice ate their roof insulation, or the squirrels.
Squirrels.
Hood insulation.
Hood.
Under the hood, the sound deadening hood insulation stuff. It's like fuzzy,
Yeah.
like
Foam or
it's not foam. It's like fuzzy insulation, like messy. And they
Yeah.
like to get in there. It's for making nests and goofing around and pooing in it and whatever they do, or they eat it. Where do you get that?
the store.
No, you don't get that at the store. It's
don't
old. You
know.
can't find it. So what should
Is
we
it a
use?
spray?
You could spray on insulation. If you've done that, let us know. I haven't seen anybody do that
Yeah.
recently, but you could. But what's another one that works really good? We just put it in around the generator box.
Oh. Oh, that foil. That thick, squishy foil stuff.
Very technical.
Thick, squishy foil stuff.
This is very technical. Yes, you got to use the
Get it.
hand. You got to use
Get
the
you
hand.
some thick foil.
So the sound deadener mat, like you would use in pro audio applications, right? You can get this stuff. You can get the expensive stuff, the Dynamat, but you can get the inexpensive stuff just from Amazon, wherever, or the car parts place. It's foil on one side. It's about 2-3 millimeters of foam, black foam, and it's got adhesive on the back. You peel it off like a sticker.
Yes.
Comes in squares or sheets or rolls, and you stick it on, and you're good.
I learned that when we put our water heater in.
We put the water heater in.
Yeah.
Did we put that on the water heater?
We did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Not on the water heater.
Yes, we did.
No, we put it on the what?
Oh, the generator box
Yes. Why?
thing. I don't remember
'Cause
because
what
it
does
was
it
loud
do?
inside of the.
Makes it quieter. Yes, good job.
Okay,
Right
we
here.
put it
Right
on the
here.
generator.
Right here. Don't leave me hanging. Yes. Yeah, so it deadens sound and it insulates also, can reduce a little heat. So the box that the inside of your coach is the outside of the box that the generator is in.
Sits
It's
in.
mounted in.
Mhm.
So we put some insulation on that because that's
Pretty
under
smart.
the couch.
And if y'all don't know this, if you buy a washing machine that doesn't have as much of the thick stuff to cover
A
up the sound,
dishwasher.
yeah, a dishwasher. Sorry, we bought one, and come to find out, the reason it's so expensive is just because they put a thicker foam around it.
Yeah, sounded
Really goofy. I can put a foam around it.
He could have done that with the cheap one.
Well, virtually quiet is what it said. That thing's
Virtually silent.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
noise.
except for all the noise.
Except all the noise it makes.
Yeah, great. I guess that's
Anyway.
virtual. The older you get, the less you can hear it.
Just cover up everything that makes noise.
So to replace the insulation under the hood, tear off all the old stuff, and if yours is missing or sagging or anything, take it off. Use the stick on.
So would that be bad for buying an engine? Like it wouldn't
Mm-mm.
catch fire or anything?
Totally
weird?
okay.
Okay.
Totally okay.
Good.
That's not a fire zone up there, and that padding does nothing whatsoever in the case of fire. Allow me to climb up upon my soapbox for a moment.
Okay.
So in the car business, there are still a bunch of, we can't say they're idiots, but they're not very intelligent people that still tell people in looking to buy cars that there's this foam on the hood, and in a fire it's designed to melt the little clips and drop down and put the fire out. That's total hooey.
That's
That
not
is-
true.
No, it's never been true. Not once has that ever been true. And it's been pitched to customers since the 50s.
So
And
don't believe it if you hear
if
it.
anybody ever says that, just walk on, go find another dealer. Drive to an
Especially if they say that in an electric car.
It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's not a fire zone up there. You know, could your car be on fire and your hood's gonna get? Yeah, but at that point, you're hosed. Get out of the car.
Yeah.
You're done. It's not gonna.
That's true.
Yes, that's not your firewall.
If you have a fire in the engine, don't worry about the.
Correct.
Yeah.
You'll notice the engine cover for the Rialta, it's plastic, right? There's a lot of plastic
Yeah.
up there and
Yeah.
tubing and and stuff like that. So it's fine.
Sure.
So put the insulation up there. It's mostly for noise, maybe a little bit for heat deflection, but
I'm sure all of y'all knew that, and I just didn't.
some
You just have to ask these
I
questions.
still hear people
That's
say it's a fire blanket. It's not a fire blanket. If you're ever in doubt, you could take a lighter and set it on fire and watch it torch. It's not the most flammable item in the world, but it's not designed to do that. So yes, use the mat. And why is that good? Because the mice don't love the foil and the foam and the
Okay.
right, because it's not organic.
Yeah.
Right, it's like plasticky something. Wiring's not that organic, but evidently they love feeling that copper on their teeth. I guess they like chewing on foil. Remember that when you were a kid?
Ugh. Don't say that.
Let's all do it. Let's do it. Video challenge.
No.
Chew a
Chew on
chunk
foil.
of foil.
Oh, that makes my teeth hurt.
Oh, yeah, I got a headache. We're going to wrap this one up. Okay.
Yeah, let's wrap this one
No,
up.
so we want to talk about that because that's been
Yes.
a real thing. What else are
It's
you
a
seeing?
summer thing.
It is a summery
apparently.
thing. What else are you seeing besides the pastor yelling at you?
That's typical.
I don't know where I'm at now. I should change my. Oh, tires is still a thing, man.
Tires are still things. Still seeing a whole lot of Rialtas for sale. People buying a whole bunch of Rialtas. That's
Yes.
a lot of exchange going on.
I was going to show this picture of this blowout, but it's not loading on my phone. Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, you don't want to blow out in your Rialta.
But it happens, right? When it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
How hot is the pavement?
Yes.
Pretty hot.
Yes.
Well over 100.
Yeah.
And then you've got the energy creating friction, which is creating heat. of rolling down the road, and you're going 60, 70 miles an hour, and you're not thinking about it, but that tire is getting hot. So check the tire pressure. Make sure your tires are in good condition. When you stop for fuel, when you stop for anything, inspect those tires. Keep an eye on pressure. If you invest in a TPMS system, a tire pressure monitoring system, okay, or check them. Back in the day, you stopped for gas, they checked your tires, your oil, your gas, and cleaned the windshield. And probably because we had to, because we didn't even have tubeless tires back then. Like, we had tires with tubes, old bias plies.
They probably didn't have windshield wiper.
No, we had
squirters. They have
yeah, we had them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know why they always
late
clean
60s.
the windshield.
It's service.
Oh, they're just doing it for the buck.
Yeah, man. The longer we keep you there, the more we could get you to do some
Tip me.
repairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you fix this?
I'll fix it.
It's a long stop at the gas station.
Yeah, man. The service station.
Station.
I worked at a Standard. It was awesome, man. We make some money, changing tires, fixing flats.
And for you people in New Jersey, probably don't know this, but they don't do that down here anymore. Don't you have to
Jersey,
actually let them fill your gas
Jersey,
tank
they
in
still,
Jersey?
yeah, they still.
Which is odd. That was really weird.
I don't want anybody from New Jersey touching my gas tank. I don't trust it.
Yeah,
But
I didn't know
I got
that.
family back there. That's why I don't try. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. Are there people in New Jersey with Rialtas? I have to say there are a few states where you just don't see a lot of people in the owners groups.
Yeah.
Is it because they're not in the groups, or is it because they're states that they don't? Oh, hey, do us a favor. Let's get a list. In the comments, I know you never comment, you're not subscribing, blah, blah, you don't want to ring the bell. I get it. Fine, totally fine. We don't make any money off this anyway. So, in the comments, though, do this one thing. All caps, type the name of your state. You don't even have to spell it right. It tells us a lot about the state you live in. But just type it.
Yeah.
So let's just get a running list of states. So whenever you see this video, type the name. If you live in 2 states, I got you, Florida man. Just do both.
Florida man.
Do both.
Arizona person.
You know who I'm talking about.
You know
He's like, yeah.
You know what? This is good because I live in Texas, and I was just saying the other day, it's pointless to have a Rialta because you can't go camping in the summer. It's too hot around here, and there's nowhere to go to get out of the heat.
There's nothing fun to see.
Within a 10-hour drive. So I'm like, man, I wish I lived by the oceans either side or up in the cooler weather where you can go at night. It gets down to 50.
Or in a cave.
Or in a cave.
Or hovering above the earth in the atmosphere.
Or maybe
Anywhere
it's a
it's cool.
spaceship.
Look, when it's 105 degrees, heat index 114 in the summer, August, September, I don't care if there's dinosaur footprints or the oldest stone building known to be slept in by George Washington. Who's gonna walk over and look at that thing? You're gonna cook yourself.
I know. You get out of your camper and hike for like 2 hours
in the morning,
and then you get back in your camper and you don't leave until the next morning.
And it's 96 degrees at night.
Yes, and there's bugs everywhere, so you can't actually sit out and enjoy your fire because you're getting attacked the whole time.
She's not really a camping person. Have you noticed this?
I'm a glamper. I'm not a camper.
She's a bit of a glamper,
I like
which
to
is
hike.
great because realtors are good for. All right, put your state in the comments. Not your state, like what state you're in, but what state you live in. Not I hope you get that. If you're talking to your therapist, that's not the one. Yes, your current state. You can put whatever you want in the comments. It's a free country. All right. Well, hey, we've enjoyed talking to you today, and
hopefully this was useful to somebody.
Hey, it's a lot
who
of
has
fun.
Squirrels or mice.
Rodents. Checking on your Rialta. Coach batteries. Super important. I didn't even think of that, but I didn't realize that's how it was set up in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking, I'm like, oh, look at this. Oh, that's neat. So you can get to them right from the living quarters, but you don't want to be around that. You don't want that gas in there.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Don't leave your pets in there with that not working. So change that seal. And if you need to change the seal, you probably can't find a Rialta part. Don't worry about it. A little bit of stick-on window or door.
Yeah, you can find most of that sealant
that
stuff
little
anywhere.
weather stripping. That's what I'm thinking. A
stripping,
little foam with the adhesive on it. Put some of that on there.
Get on Amazon.
Set it on there. You're good to go.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Lemon
Cheesy.
squeezy cheesy.
All right.
All right. Hey, so until we see you next time, we'll see you next week. We got some more stuff to talk about. So from Tucker, that's right, that's you, and Nikki, and me, remember, hey, I know stuff's going on all the time in your life, and some of it's really fun, some of it's less fun, but God is good
all of the time.
all the time.
All
Trust
the
them.
time.
All right. We'll see you soon down the road. Let us know what state you're from. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Got to